For attackers, I wouldn't out seeing a glass banned, maybe a hard breacher getting banned off the map as well. As for defense, either a Mirror and a Maestro, or maybe an Echo. Also, given the fact that Cade is also in play, as well as Nomad, those two operators could get banned out as well.
Yeah, well, we are going to see a Thatcher ban, and Bomb's going to give us quick shout outs to his dad. And of course, if you do see, I think it's Bomb's dad or something like that, that's his Twitch name. If you see him in the chat, give him a wave, and we'll see how it's going to go down. And we see Maverick and Thatcher banned out, and we'll see the Maestro coming out banned from Organized Chaos. This is the Vicious Gaming with a final ban. I would kind of expect a Mirror here, but we might also see the Echo go down.
Yeah, so...
So, yeah.
So,
what do you think about Clubhouse and how it's going to go down? Because, you know, no Maverick here is kind of standard, though. I think a lot of people will be expecting no Maverick, but when there's Hibana and Thermite are both up, this tends to actually be a little bit attacker-sided, I would argue.
yeah, no Thatcher and Maverick off the board, or no Thatcher and no Maverick. That's really well for defense. Thatcher is an absolutely huge operator to take on this map, especially if you're attacking CCTV and Cache, which is the site that we're going to be going to right now with Vicious Gaming. He's just an absolute powerful operator. You normally have ADSs playing behind the B bomb inside a server. Thatcher can simply just toss an EMP right on the roof, takes out any nearby electronics, burns out those ADSs, and it gives the attackers a big advantage. So a very big heads-up play coming out from... It was actually Organized Chaos that banned it, so it's a bit interesting to me that they did that. I guess they're feeling a bit more confidence in their defense, given that this is a defender-sided map.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing for me is that there's a Thatcher ban and there's no Kite. That's great. Like, having that kind of combination, especially on a map like Clubhouse, is probably going to fade the defenders a huge amount more than is the attackers. It can be very, very hard to get Kites off the board, but we're actually not going to see Kite. Lineup to start with from Seed. Sorry, from Vicious Gaming. What do you think about this? I really would have thought that we would see more Kai. Maybe we'll see it a little bit more downstairs. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes down.
Yeah, Kayed is a really powerful operator in terms of sites that have a lot of hatches. So, for example, if we're going downstairs next round, should Vicious or on the contrary, if they end up losing and they don't feel confident going back up to this bomb site and they decide to go back down, or they decide to move downstairs into Arsenal, then Kayed is an absolutely strong and monstrous operator to go up against on the attack. And if you're not running a Twitch or anyone or anything to really like make you to take care of those Electro Claws, you could be in for a really bad round as an attacker.
Yeah, but it's going to be Merc who's going to run around outside, and there we go. Thermites are going to go down. That's going to be the garage quickly opened up, and just about 30 seconds into the round, and that is pretty golden timing-wise, and OC are saying making use of it. But we don't really have a lot to actually deal with Rexon here at the top of the garage, but that was a very aggressive peek coming up from him. We'll see Merc going to make his way through into the supply room, and we're going to start droning out below. Being a pretty aggressive castle strategy down below. I mean, this is kind of reminiscent of something that Sonics do as well down here. They play a shield and a castle down here, and it kind of works out quite well if you have like a mute, because also the mute then also has the nitro. But actually, they're not running the mute here; they're running the shotgun. So that's interesting.
Yeah. Sorry. Garage being open up both. No, it's actually the left panel. I'm sorry. It's a bit interesting that Oasis hasn't opened up the server wall just yet. With the bandit trick coming out from bombs, I'm assuming that it's a bit difficult to do so right now. Rexon is on top of the garage rafters alongside bombs, so should Oasis choose to, it'll be a very nice frag coming out from Rexon onto Merc, but he'll instantly get traded out by Fultz.
Yeah, great trade there coming out from Fultz as well. So he's going to try and move up onto this garage door, peek through. Just trying to hold down and rotate where he can. They've got plenty of utility and stuff available. 1 minute left to go on the clock. We'll see Fultz still holding stuff down. Still trying to find this frag, of course. See, the bandit is going to be playing on top of there. Fultz still trying to get behind the frag here, but they're running out of time. And Barbed Wire is still up on those stairs. Peek does kind of come through. They're desperately trying to find this peak, desperately trying to find anything going on, but Bombs is finally going to go down to Arc. Gurmay takes down Doodle as well, and now it's a 4v2. So all down to Drip and Hyena to try and bring this in. The Binding Charges are going to go down onto the window on the castle. Let's see. Down. Tries to push in and tries to call off the connector here. It's going to open up a little bit more. I believe that's Hyena. No, it is going to be Drip. He's just playing around with the servers, trying to keep control where he can. Of course, that east server wall is still closed. Hyena does get out of the site successfully, but the plant is going to start to go down from Oasis. But no, he's going to bait it out. Hyena takes down Art. The pistol will just come out from Oasis, but there we go. Gurmay takes down Drip. Here's a 3v1. It's all down to Hyena. He has to deny the plant right now and now. Otherwise, it's not going to go well for him. He cannot deny the plant. Both of his Echo drones are down, and he's down as well. Hyena goes out of it, and Organized Chaos take round number 1.
A very well played out round coming out for Organized Chaos. Oasis buying time, planning that diffuser, trying to distract for Vicious Gaming, and in a 1v3 situation as a lone Echo and no yokais to work with, that's really tough to come out for Vicious Gaming right there.
It is insanely tough out to come from indeed. Moving us to round number 2, though, we are going to see another cash room defense, and again, no Kaid being brought out. Of course, just as a reminder as well, there was a little bit of errors coming through. Last week, of course, we had a bit of a technical issue from Ubisoft side with the game. It was a bug, and 6-bit couldn't be used. But now we do have 6-bit, so we now have all of that to talk about, but we're not actually seeing it utilized that.
No, we're not at all. Vicious Gaming will be heading back upstairs into CCTV and cash. I think they really want to get this bomb site done within the first 2 rounds, and if they're not able to do so, I wouldn't be surprised to see them go downstairs into the basement if they end up going 0-2 at the end of this round.
I mean, yeah, that would make sense. I honestly would have liked to see them go basement immediately because, you know, this is a best of 1. This isn't really somewhere you can just start to experiment with. And obviously going basement and stick picking the kayak could probably be a better choice in this situation. But I kind of get the feeling from OC's lineup that this is more a lineup where they're just going to take this every single round of club. I mean, this is very, very viable. I mean, 2 hard breaches, you're always going to need that. 4 nades on the board as well. Plenty of flashbangs to take down any ADSs. So plenty there.
Organized Chaos with Oasis is going to open up the north side of the garage. And I'm assuming that, given how it went down last round, they're going to really want to try and push Rexon out of those garage rafters as quick as possible, trying to rotate someone down underneath. But on the contrary, should anyone from Vicious Gaming be rotating down below, like the Bandit is right now for bombs, if he were to rotate down beneath, he could catch someone from Organized Chaos off guard and try to save his teammate's life, being Rexon.
Yeah, I mean, IQ with the breach charges, that's insanely good utility usage. I mean, you very rare. I mean, I say very rarely see it, but it comes out all the time. But you don't see any flame walls coming off the OC. That might put off the balance here, but I don't think Vicious really want to get too aggressive against this team. And also just looking at Clubhouse and the amount of intel they're actually bringing. They're not bringing like a Valkyrie or anything like that. So there's no potential runouts really intel. Rexon's still going to be John nades up here in the rafters, and more nades are going to come through from him. He's going to go for another peek, but 2 nades wasted in the rafters here. And Merc desperate to find this kill, but no one's found it yet. That's a huge amount of utility, and Rex is going to take down Oasis. Oh my god. Huge kill coming out from Vicious Gaming right now to start off the round. Beautiful from him.
Absolutely huge frag coming out from Rexon, but Art is going to take down Doodle, rotating in garage, trying to help out Rexon on the top of the rafters. Minute 15 left to play, and Rexon has just asserted absolute dominance on the rafters. Oasis actually, Fultz, bombs going big with 2 onto Fultz and Art. Rexon still commanding on top of the garage rafters. This is not looking good at all for Organized Chaos.
Not looking good at all, but there we go. Merc is going to move all the way through. He takes down bombs, and it's a 1v3 for him. It's a clutch situation, but no grenades left remaining in his back pocket. It's not going to go too well for him. Still holding down the angle. 45 seconds left to go on the clock. This is looking all but over for Merc. He's going to sledge his way through into the garage. That's a signal for him to peek out, and there we go. Rexon does take down Merc. Easy as that, and Vicious Gaming hold on. They take round number 2, and it's going to be tied up at 1 apiece.
absolutely great round coming out from Rexon. Being able to hold those garage rafters with a ton of utility being wasted on you. You have a ton of, first off, you have flashbangs coming out from Oasis, if I'm not mistaken. And then you also have two groups of nades coming out from the Buck and the Sledge, which was Art and Merc, if I'm not, yeah, Art and Merc with those sets of nades. And Rexon still being alive and about half HP. That's really unfortunate for Organized Chaos to not take down Rexon playing on those rafters, and I think that really set the tone for the rest of the round.
Yeah, it definitely did. But we see Drip is going to stick onto the Valkyrie, and it's going to be a gym bedroom defense. Interesting that they would still reveal the castle here, although they have been using castle strategy, maybe thinking they're going to go downstairs. They might also use castle there, but it's going to be gym bedroom. This is kind of a surprise sight. I don't think that you would normally expect to see this happen, right?
No, normally you would normally see teams either go downstairs into the basement, considering that you don't really see gym and bedroom played all that often after CCTV is played out. But then again, you know, we're not Vicious Gaming, we're not, you know, accustomed to how they play. We're just, we're here to observe, but throwing a bit of a curveball is always a great choice, no matter where you are. And I think this is a good surprise to work out for Vicious Gaming.
Yeah. I think, like, the lineup that's being brought to the attack, I think the Valkyrie is actually going to be really useful here. And as I mentioned, like, there's no claymores, right? So you're going to have to be very aware of these runouts. And, I mean, everyone knows Vicious Gaming. They're a very, very aggressive team. So I think that this could actually end up quite well. And just playing aggressively against OC might actually end up working heavily against OC here. Like playing off intel on Clubhouse, there's quite a lot of run-out potential, honestly, upstairs.
Yeah, that's true. And also with Nomad not off the board from the bans, it'd be pretty interesting to see her come out from time to time. I know last week we saw Elevate use Nomad a ton, but a lot, like you mentioned, a lot of run-out potential really is a big part of Clubhouse. I know that when attacking either upstairs in CCTV or the gym and bedroom, if you have a Valkyrie camera, like how we saw with Drip toss out, Doodle gets the first frag onto Merc. If you toss out a Valkyrie camera where we saw Drip first toss it out inside of construction windows, you can actually go rotate over to Strip, run outside of Strip, and try to get a frag off of anyone playing on the balcony. So it'd be pretty interesting how that works out.
You definitely could, but it's going to be Merc. He's going to be the first off the board, of course. Looking much better for Vicious Gaming. If they still have that cash control, this is going to be pretty key indeed. The Bandit's still trying to find some frags here. So Gurmy is going to peek out into the cash set. They have a lot of control, but they don't have a lot of time to work with, and they haven't really eliminated much of the control coming out from Vicious Gaming. Talk about Vicious Gaming, then we go. Drip's going to take out but there we go. Gurmy is going to instantly trade it back onto bombs. It's going to be a 4v2 situation. Fulton is going to go down. Rexon takes it down, but instantly traded out by Gurmy. And now going to try and retreat back to the site. Still a Nitro left available for Doodle, but finally OC have gained some sort of foothold. They move into construction. Gurmy holds it all down, but Oasis are going to go around the other side with the diffuser. Not great progress right now, honestly. Not great timing either. There is a Valcam there. Good. There we go.
Yeah, Kermit getting a bit too focused, trying to find out where his enemies are. Swinging around, almost lands the frag onto Drip, but he'll get traded out by Hyena. It's now all up to Oasis in a 1v3 with less than 40 seconds left to go. He has 100 HP to work with, but time is running out. He'll have to drop down into the 56 hatch, or that's going to be Hyena waiting for him with a very swift headshot, and Vicious Gaming in round number 3.
Beautifully done from Vicious Gaming there as he do hold down. He takes him down. Hyena holds on, and I think that gym bedroom defense worked out much better for them. Great intel coming out from the overall as well. I think the Valks did, I mean, maybe not as aggressively as I thought it was going to be, but there was a lot of peeking going around the construction area. There was a pretty tight hold up coming out of cash, and I mean, if you can delay a lot of time there, even if you're not getting frags and trades like that, it can actually work out quite well for you.
Yeah, so like I mentioned before, we'll see a Cade coming downstairs in the Church and Arsenal bomb site, so no surprise for that pick. In all honesty, Cade's a super powerful operator in terms of sites that utilize hatches, such as downstairs in the Church and Arsenal room.
Definitely. So, what are you looking at kind of like going forward here? Because this has kind of been pretty neck and neck.
Yeah, Vicious has a 1-round lead here, but you know, Hyena is an absolutely outstanding player no matter which operator he plays, especially on Anchor. Normally he would be playing Maestro in this position, but since Maestro's off the board, Cade is the next best thing, giving Drip the Echo. It's a bit unusual to see Drip on the Echo. He's normally known for playing those flex roles for defense and offense, but you know, with the Echo and a Cade, I think this is going to be a pretty tough round for the attackers to win out should they not get the hatches open.
Yeah. I mean, not too surprised to see the Cade come out here. And also, you know, I think the big thing maybe that Cade gets overlooked a little bit is the fact that he also has impacts, right? And that makes him so dangerous downstairs because now he can deny 2 hatches and he can impact rate the kitchen hatch as well. So, I mean, also with the shotgun, you can actually contest that area, but Merc immediately picks up the first kill of the round. Rexon out of it so early on. That is a beautiful kill through the garage area there. That was very dangerous for Rexon to try and do something like that early on.
I don't know if Rexon was either going for a spawn peek or if Organized Chaos just had a drone and Merc just sprayed through the wall getting calls and just landed the lucky shot onto Rexon's head. Either way, a great opportunity coming out from Merc, and Organized Chaos can sit pretty comfortably knowing that they have at least a guaranteed flank watch moving into the next 2 minutes of the round.
And they're definitely doing very well with it. Merc moving down onto Secrets to see what he can do. Sees the Echo Drone, and that's pretty poor utility usage. I saw this coming out last time from Vicious Gaming as well. They're using their Echo Drones very, very aggressively, and they were punished for it. But don't forget there's an IQ on the board, so maybe just having that intel of knowing that they're going to push Secret and they're taking over control of Blue might actually benefit you, but I don't think it's worth an Echo Drone. But it is going to be a 4v5. This isn't looking too good at all. We see pretty much everyone on the site now, and OC going to start doing work on the vertical play. I think they're going to have a bit of an issue, however, trying to take out these Coyotes. As you see, one on the motor hatch, one on the kitchen hatch. I really thought that they would put one on stock hatch, although I suppose it makes more sense to put it here.
Yeah, in my opinion, taking control of stocks isn't as important as Moto. Mostly just because Moto's a way more common entry point compared to Blue Hatch, since you just have the stairs to work with, and the stairs are a lot easier to maneuver. Drip gonna get down and instantly traded off by Art's frag grenade. This is looking really bad right now for Vicious leading up into the final minute of the round.
Yeah, beautiful indeed. Great nade coming out from Art. Doesn't look like he's going to find anyone just yet, but it is a 3v5. And of course, the Echo being off the board might just be round losing here. Is he going to be trying to take control of Church here? As Bombs still trying to bandit trick. Flashbangs are going to come down, but he is going to retreat all the way back behind the bomb. And nades are going to start to come out further. This great nade strategy coming up from OC has definitely benefited them so far on the attacks. And Merc is going to pick up Hyena. Now it's a 5v2. It's all down to Bombs and Doodle. Bombs has to get aggressive. There has to be plays being made here. But Bombs does still have that Nitro Cell in his back pocket. He could make a play himself, but time is on his side. 30 seconds left to go on the clock. We'll see the rotates are starting to come through into Moto. Now the whole push is starting to come through. The whole firing squad's lining up. And Bombs is taking a little bit of a step back. Smokes do come down, but Merc all the way from Blue takes down Bombs. It's all down to Doodle in a 1v5 push situation, but he can't find anything. Merc with a headshot. Beautiful from Organized Chaos. And they take round number 4.
A very nice wallbang coming out from Merc. Just great coordination, great teamwork coming in from Organized Chaos. They managed to walk away, tying things up at 2-2. I think if Bombs had the information coming out from Drip's Yokai drones, he could have tossed a C4 into Moto and found probably a beautiful 3-piece.
Yeah, could have been beautiful. Could have been amazing. But we're going to go through just yet. It's round number 5 getting underway, and we are tied up 2 apiece. Is this the scoreline you were expecting here on Clubhouse?
I would think so. I think Organized Chaos and Vicious Gaming are 2 top-tier teams, at least in North American Challenge League. Organized Chaos proved that they were a very dominant team in the open qualifiers. They didn't lose a single game throughout the playoffs. Same thing with Vicious Gaming. Vicious, you could say that they're a bit more of a top-tier, of a better team in a sense, at least looking at the stat sheet and how the scoreline went through the qualifier playoffs and through the open qualifiers as well. One thing to note from Vicious, they were at a 24-0 record before the playoffs started, so that doesn't speak volume. I don't know.
Yeah, and the one team that actually took a map away from them during the qualifier isn't even playing in Challenge League, which is kind of surprising. But I think that, you know, like a league system is very, very different to an open qualifier. And I think we'll see teams starting to adapt much heavier. And we know that OC, especially during their performance during the qualifier playoffs and their work by their coach, that they benefit a lot more in a situation where they know their opponent that they're playing against and they have time to prepare for it. Because it is a best of one, there's a lot of opportunity to prepare. And the first matchup that you go into, you're going to know the map a lot more likely than the second matchup you go into today. We are going to see the Ying coming out, however, from Merc for the very first time. What do you think of the Ying on Clubhouse?
Ying is a very powerful operator, no matter the map, in my opinion. She's absolutely monstrous on maps that are like Oregon and Clubhouse. I know one player, he's a friend of mine, his name's Ryan on Team Xeno, an absolutely outstanding Ying player. Able to utilize those, if you're able to utilize those Candelas and the right moment and the right spots, attacking can be so much easier and can give you a lot more room to breathe on Clubhouse.
It definitely can, and not only that, but I mean, having the Thatcher ban here might actually make the ADSs a little bit more effective, but we do see plenty of flashbangs, and it really hasn't been an issue for OC. You see 6 flashbangs, that's enough to burn all 3 ADSs. And they've definitely used them very effectively. I mean, I haven't really seen ADSs be an issue for the frag grenades going through, but looks like they're going for a slightly different strategy here. As Art's going to go below into the stockroom, and it's going to go and open up what he can. Maybe you construction push here, as he is going to get the bandit charges off. And this would actually be great for a Ying to push in. Like, Ying's in cash room? What are you going to do about that?
Pretty much nothing. Ying's in cash with how confined the space is. That Candela, one Candela is all you really need to pretty much flash the entire A-bomb site. If you're able to land it on the table by the drugs near the A-bomb, you're pretty much golden on pushing it through as long as it doesn't get caught out by an ADS from Jaeger.
I would definitely agree, but there we go. Bombs is going to try and play very aggressively around him, but Merc will shut that right down. Immediately, Bombs goes out of it, and now it's a 4v5. There's also Nitro off the table. Candelas are going to start to come out from Merc as soon as this ADS is a burn, but the play comes out! Oh, that was beautiful from Drip. Great coordination. And Oasis is going to get flashed by his own teammate. This is a disaster right now. They start to move into the side, but Doodle shuts down Oasis before he can do anything. And it's basically a 3v3. Drip is injured right now. The Hyena is still up, but of course the Yokai drones are available for him. No cash stairs push coming through just yet. The diffuser is down in sight. Brexton takes down Art, and this is looking really good for Vicious Gaming as they start to bring it back. It's all down to Gurmy and Merc as another Candela does go out, but it does get caught by an ADS. He takes down Drip, however, tries to vault through, but Doodle says no. He will shut down one, Hyena will shut down the other, and looking beautiful for Vicious Gaming on what seemed like a really well set up defense, but honestly, I think that was all about Drip getting that injured.
Yeah, Drip making a very crucial and big injure onto Merc, and with the new down but not out reset health, instead of being reset to 50 HP, you're now at 20 HP. So a great opportunity for Drip to make that play. Perfect timing, nonetheless, with Merc having a Candela in hand, and it was all over for Organized Chaos the moment Merc went down.
Unfortunate indeed, but round number 6 getting underway, and we do see the defenders at 3 rounds victory. But I would say 2 attacks on a Clubhouse where the Thatcher ban and a Kaid available, that is pretty good, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I would say this is, like, I would be happy walking away with 2 attacks in this kind of play, because now you're going into a defense. We have Kaid available. They don't have a Thatcher. And I think that OC are probably going to benefit a little more in the defense, but you still have Vicious. They have the ability to pull off those very aggressive plays that do tend to save them for the rounds. Like, just catching someone just as they're throwing their Candles, just as they're deploying their utility, catching them people with their pants down, that's Drip's favorite thing to do.
Yeah, Drip or John, you could say. But like you mentioned before, walking away with at least 2 rounds on attack for Clubhouse. But the Clubhouse, like you mentioned before, I completely agree with you. It's a defender-sided map. It's an absolute big outstand. Not fumbling over my words, but Clubhouse a very good defender-sided map. No matter where you, I'm losing my train of thought. Sorry.
Clubhouse defender-sided, chat. That's what he's getting at. Yeah. Pretty defender-sided. I would say without like a Hibana or a Thermite ban, this can go pretty either way. With the Kaid ban, sorry, the lack of a Kaid ban, And with a Thatcher ban coming through, I'd say this does start to push it into defender side. But we do see that cash room hold coming out again. I mean, this is pretty standard. But my only concern is there's no impact tricking.
Yeah, no impact tricking coming out. It's a bit difficult to do so, but Rexon taking some shots. I think it was through the drone hole, yeah. Taking some damage onto Fultz, who normally you wouldn't really see him playing on Hibana. It'd normally be Gurmy, but Organized Chaos is flexible. And right off the bat, Merc to take down Drip. Valkyrie off the board, a lot of intel, and the C4 already off the board.
Yeah, that's really, really good. But, I mean, Bombs is going to vanish trick it anyway. I think this is kind of more important to hold down Cash at this point. And just holding all of that down. The shotgun is going to try and open up from above, from Art. And there we go. Flashbangs are going to go through. Now a nade should start to come through as well. The Idiot is successfully burned. Art nades him, but can't get the kill. There we go. Hibana charges are going to go out as Gurmy picks up bombs. And Doodle just camping around where he can. Aiming into Jim. It's about halfway into the round now, and there we go. Gurmy moves in. He takes down Rexon. The impacts are going to come out from Doodle. He has to jump out this window, go for a kill. He does do so. Oh my god. Oasis goes down with the diffuser, and the IQ has to try and refrag and recover. This is not looking too good for OC. The Signs run out of time, but they have got the man advantage. 2-man advantage here as well, as they do have plenty of utility available, but all 3 remote gas canisters still available for the smoke. This is looking pretty defendable for VG, I would say.
Yeah, I saw that play coming out from a mile away. And since Merc has been reset, he's at 20 HP outside of the gym window. Should Doodle toss out a Toxic Babe at the window, Merc could pretty much just kiss his life goodbye.
Yeah, he definitely could, but Doodle's still holding on where he can, and just him having these gas canisters up is going to delay this attack by so much. Doing very, very well with that indeed, just holding on where he can, and the pushes are going to start to come out. But Merc on the flank wash does take down Hyena, beautiful. And there we go, Doodle left alone. He sees the kill hole, but it's too late. And Organized Chaos take round number 6. That's 3 attack wins for the Thatcher ban. That is really impressive. I'm really impressed with how OSC just took that, and I'd be very confident if I was them going into the defense.
I would too. Organized Chaos is a very great defensive team. Throughout the playoffs and throughout the open qualifiers, we saw them win more rounds often than not on their defenses compared to their attacks. And what I was predicting coming into this next round, we would see Vicious Gaming either with Drip or Rexon, 2 very big sharpshooters on Vicious Gaming, bringing a Twitch. But Drip, more so known for bringing out the Montagne as he's doing so this first round. 6 picking away from the IQ to the Montagne. Fultz, however, switching away from the Bandit to the Echo on a church bomb site. Bringing a Mute. That's a pretty good call coming out from both sides.
The Monty's really powerful here, especially with the lack of lesion. Like, something that a lot of teams will like to do here is like an IQ blue push. Like IQ with Monty, blue push, take out the lesion mines, you take control of blue immediately. No lesion to deal with, but no ISO, no IQ. I'm not sure about the Twitch being brought here. I think it's because, I don't know. Why do you think this is? Maybe it's because, you know, there's a Thatcher ban, so they think it's going to be an upstairs take. That's why they brought Monty. Because, like, this lineup, to me, really makes a lot of sense for an upstairs take, but doesn't make a whole lot of sense for a downstairs take.
Well, they have both hard reachers. The Montagne to push down secret stairs. You have Hyena on the entry fragging with the Zofia. I would hope that he's bringing breach charges compared to a Claymore, since you have it with Doodle. The Twitch, in my opinion, mostly just due to the Thatcher ban being brought out. It's a really tough choice it's a really tough task, in all honesty, to make a push through to Arsenal and try to win as an attacker when you don't have anyone to take out those Electro Claws coming out from Cade, which is going to be with Art.
Yeah, my main point, though, is that there is no soft breach, really. I mean, yeah, as you said, there is breach out from Rexon, so that's good. And, you know, the Twitch has great fragging ability as well, and Rexon's probably one of the better fraggers in CL right now, I would argue, honestly.
Yeah.
But on the flip side of that, I don't think we have the utility available in terms of, like, Book or Sledge or Nades or anything like that, where we're going to see a lot of control of Kitchen. So I'm going to say that it's going to be like a downstairs, just main push, and just straight into Church. And that's what we're going to try. That's why they're putting this main here. They haven't kited and they don't have a bandit. I'm going to guess there's still a Mute Jammers down on Church Wall. which would actually be very beneficial here. Oh no, bombs! Oh, he doesn't pick him up, and he goes down! Oh no, what a disaster! Bombs goes down so early onto a great peek from Merc, and that's how Banner already off the board. That's a huge amount of utility down already.
I'm not exactly sure why it's bombs that's pushing down with Drip here, because he didn't use any piece of utility, and already I think all 3 toxic babes have already been burned out from Oasis.
Yeah, unfortunate as well. The great use of the Echo Drone there from Oasis. In combination is going to be Merc on the flank as well. Great flank from him. This could go very, very well down onto the main stairs as well. It's 4v3 situation. The finally church wall is going to get opened up by Doodles. Merc still beginning his flank. There's no upstairs control, but so it's basically everyone just downstairs holding control. But Doodle's going to rotate into Bar. He doesn't even realize that someone is there. And that is going to be Diffuser into the control of Merc. This is looking really, really good now. As Jaeger just holding down onto the Diffuser, and this is starting to run out of time. They have to move up, they have to refrag Merc here, but he's just going to hold on. He's just going to play this very, very passively. Zofia charges do come down, Zofia's not available, but there we go. Hyena does take down Merc and recovers the Diffuser, so this is definitely much more winnable, but that is definitely something they did not need to happen. As Gurmi's going to try and rotate out to the other way. We still have Echo Drones on the board from Fultz. He should be able to do this very, very well. As Art still holding down onto Blue as well. Looks at the wrong place, and Hyena scores the kill. There goes Art, and this is Blue control. So this is looking very, very winnable right now. Has to push it all the way through. Sees onto K9, sees that the shield is there. As Hyena pushes it all the way through, but he's still got an impact charge remaining. He could make his way into Blue here. Into Church, and he does so successfully. Gets all the way into the site, has Diffuser, but no, he goes down. A white peak comes out from Gurmi all the way from Moto, and it's all down to Rexon, but no, he can't find anything. Fultz takes him down. Organized Chaos, with very much an Organized Chaos kind of round, did win it.
A very great round, especially coming out from Merc, picking off 2 big frags. It was unfortunate that he wasn't able to find one onto Zofia coming out from Nina. But nonetheless, the Ela and Zofia bug causes Oasis and Merc to quit the game and then join right back. Fortunate that audio issue, it hasn't been resolved. But moving on, that was a pretty, it looked to be a pretty winnable round coming out for Vicious. But I think just the timing and the position coming out from Gurmi, sitting inside of Moto Hall, peeking on through, frags off Hyena. Pretty much won the round. It was all up to, I think it was it was Rexon 20 HP on a Twitch, not any kind of time really to use, and it was going to be a Organized Chaos round, right there.
Yeah, very well done by them, and yeah, I think this is really good. Unless something really incredible comes out from Vicious now, I think this is going to go very far into the favor of Organized Chaos. And the other thing, they're being very smart about it. Like, they haven't gone to server. And I think, honestly, again, this lineup from BG, they really want to attack server. And it's like, the Monty push is so effective for taking control of Garage and taking control of that whole area into Cache. But in other areas on this map, there isn't really that many great Monty pushes. I can think a Blue push can go very well for you, but we didn't see a Blue push come out from the Monty. And on Gym Bedroom, I'm not really seeing like many areas where a Monty push would be really that effective.
Yeah, I really think it was a bit of a waste for bombs, especially to push down with Drip. I would have liked to have seen Rexon move on through, given that Rexon has 10 more bullets per mag to work with. The F2 is a bit more consistent with its vertical recoil or horizontal recoil, and pretty much just it's a lot easier to frag out with the F2 compared to the Type 89.
Yeah, definitely. I would agree with that. There we go. The match should start to go out, but no, there is Meat-Jammer? Yeah, I'm gonna guess there's Meat-Jammer there. So, like, they haven't gone to the window yet on Gym to try and open this up. It seems that's why you brought the Zofia here, right? But I don't see any of that going down. Hello? Can someone rotate? There is a Meat-Jammer here, right?
Yes.
Like, what is happening? Did they think that a bandit is trying to backtrack, but they just put Zofia charges in here?
I'm not exactly sure. I wasn't too sure if they thought that there wasn't any droning coming out from.
So he put an impact through the drone hole. I'm gonna guess that he made a mistake and like he didn't realize he had Zofia charges equipped and not the impacts equipped. So maybe that was a mistake there, but it's been rectified now. We see the monster push is going to come through Jacuzzi, and the big advantage of having the castle closed is that a gym push could actually go very, very well for you here if you jump in and you do plant. Because the retake is going to be pretty horrible to do indeed, but Drip could get all the way in here, get all the way up in Gurmy's face, and Nitro comes out! Oh, it's actually going to open up the castle, so kind of a disadvantage here, but there we go. Doodle is going to take out Gurmy. Merc, however, going to run out and try and refrag, and he will do successfully. Drip goes down, and that's the Monty already off the board. Beautiful pick from Merc here, all the way from just back of Island. And Art just holding down. So logistics into Secret Stash. So this is actually still looking really good for OC, because that Monty going down, that smoke's off the board, and that's kind of your main push gone as well.
Yeah, so Drip's going to bite the dust. I'll go ahead and drown coming out from Merc. And things are looking a bit weary right now for Vicious, running low on time, 40 seconds left to play. Doodle having the diffuser in hand with about 20 HP to work with. Merc holding a very tight angle, going to make a push on up the hall, but Doodle's actually going to go the hall. Can he find the frag onto Merc?
Oh, Merc almost getting the beautiful frag here, but not going to happen just yet. But 20 seconds left to go, and they're still trying to deal with so many logistics. This is not good teamwork at all. Art and Folds both going to pick up kills as well. It's all down to Bombs and Rexon to try and hold on where they can, but Rexon's going to go down! But Rexon does manage to trade off with Oasis. All down to Bombs now. He tries to move into the site, but Art says, no, no, no. Not today. This is my site. Organized Chaos take round number 8. Beautifully done from them. This is absolutely textbook from them, but Vicious are all over the place with their attacks right now.
Yeah, Vicious looks a bit lost when they're trying to make a push. I think losing Drip early on in the first 2 attack rounds is proving to be really bad for how they want to push. It's almost as if they're trying to depend on Drip staying alive, utilizing that full shield to make a push. Rexon, however, switching away a Twitch to the Glass. I don't know if I would agree with that going into CCTV, but I mean, then again, it is CCTV, so you could just have Rexon sitting in the warehouse spawn on top of the rafters all the way in the back, and should Doodle open up the server wall, that could be a really nasty angle for Rexon to make work with.
I mean, I like the Glass here, but specifically, if they're going to use the Glass for a garage push, so, like, here's what I imagine. He smokes off the door into garage, they try and push there, and then the peak just comes out and you spray into that doorway. It's actually really easy to pick a Glass there if you know where you're spraying in, right? Because even if he's in the smoke, you still know he has to be stood in the doorway to try and get the pick.
Yeah, that's true. One thing to note, I don't think anyone in Organized Chaos is running a bulletproof camera, which would make it a lot easier because, I mean, once again, you know, it's a 6-pick. You're not expecting the Glass to come out. You're expecting the Twitch, so Organized Chaos not prepared for that 6-pick, given that it's hidden. So this could be a really nasty surprise coming out from Rexon. I completely forgot that you can actually swing off the door and use the Glass to push on through. I forgot the Glass rework hasn't come through yet. Already, Merc's gonna go huge, takes down Rexon. That's the Glass off the board? Are you kidding me?
What just happened? How do you let that happen? Oh no. This isn't going well, Chris. This isn't going well.
This is a really bad start. Already, Fultz almost picks off a second. I think that was Hyena on the balcony. This is looking terrible right now for Vicious. But we have seen Vicious in the past come back. I believe it was in the open qualifiers. Vicious and Organized Chaos played against each other. In the first matchup that they played, Organized Chaos was up 6-1 on Coastline, and Vicious brought it back to win it 8-6. And then the second time that they played it on this exact map with a scoreline of 6-3, and Vicious Gaming brought it back 3 rounds to force overtime and win it 8-6 in the playoff.
Well, also don't forget, there is no overtime.
So I'm not too scared right now for Vicious.
There is no overtime here.
Yeah,
you end in a draw if you go to 6-6, and honestly, I think that OC would actually be pretty happy with the draw here against Vicious Gaming, because they're actually looking pretty scary, even though you're winning this matchup, right? Like, they're still looking like a pretty scary team. If you come away with the draw over this, and this can still go pretty well for you. But Gurmy gonna pick up Bombs, easy as that. Hibana goes down, but she's already done her job. She's already deployed quite a lot of her utility. So go down. I mean, everyone's holding on quite well, but Merc peeks out onto the carriage as well. He takes down one, but he's not going to let himself get picked yet. Doodle and Hyena left remaining on the board in a 5v2. They have everything open that they need. They have the side control, but they don't have the manpower, and they definitely do not have the utility. Merc just knows he can play as aggressively here as he wants, and he can just be trying to get a pick. Runout comes out from the east there, but no, it's not going to find anything. Oasis still threatening that position, though, and it's looking pretty good. Claymore does go down, however, onto the Runout. And they'll try and get up the way they can, but you've got to be pretty wary if you're on Vicious right now of aggression coming out from OC, but they can bring this back. You just have to make a play, but that's not the right play. Merc takes down Doodle. Easy as that. It's now a 5v1. It's all down to Hyena to try and bring something in. The Echo Drone does go out aggressively here, but Merc, through the smoke, is going to pick up Hyena, and Organized Chaos do move to match point.
A very great 4K coming out from Merc. The only other kill coming out, I think it was Gurmy on the Valkyrie, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And Organized
You know what's
Chaos.
interesting is that so Merc got that spawn kill right through the garage, but Merc killed someone who was trying to do that during their attacks. So I guess Merc's just the master of that area.
He's just a master of garage on Clubhouse.
I guess so. Just who's peeking?
Yeah, who's peeking Merc? I know that. I think it was a clip that I saw from Merc about a couple months back when they were doing the open qualifier matches. Merc landed a very swift frag with the SMG-11. I don't know if it was on Vicious at the time. I think it was. They were up 6-3, but they ended up losing that round, unfortunately. So right now, Organized Chaos is sitting absolutely comfortably. They just need to win one more round in regulation to win out the map and end in, with 3 points going into their favor. However, for Vicious, this is do or die for them. They need to step up their game. They really need to put the pedal to the metal and just try to make these next 3 rounds work in their favor as best as possible. They need to slow things down, figure out where to attack from, set up crossfires and trades, because Organized Chaos is just peeking anything and everything, and with the high confidence that Merc has, catching Merc in a crossfire is a big way to shut him down.
Yeah, it is a big way to shut him down, indeed. I definitely agree with that, but moving forward, it's downstairs defense. There hasn't been a single attack win coming out yet from Vicious, and last time, this was pretty devastating. I still think that it was pretty recoverable. One thing that happened is that we had Hyena on the Zofia last time, but this time he's on the IQ. I don't necessarily disagree with that, but I thought that the Zofia, having the Zofia in this position that she was in, almost actually brought back the round, because we had Hyena pick up 2 kills, and then he was in a position where he could have impacted Echo's shield in K9, and they could have picked up a great kill doing that. So, like, the IQ is a good pick here, and of course the potential of a Lesion comes out. I'm really kind of surprised that we haven't seen a Lesion, but the Monty hasn't really been that much of an issue. So maybe just because of their ability to set crossfires, it's not been that much of an issue, and they kind of want to bring other stuff here. I mean, who do you really trade out for a Lesion here? I would say probably Akayed. We don't really want to trade that out.
Yeah, I was going to make that point. I think the only reason why we haven't seen a Lesion be played out is just because that Art is utilizing Kaed, and he's been very effective with it for most of the defensive rounds that Organized Chaos has played out. Already we've wasted a minute 10 seconds moving into this 10th round, and already again, you know, you have bombs situated with Drip below on the main stairs. Last time it was here, they were here, things did not work out at all for Vicious Gaming. You had bombs get fragged off, Drip wasting a ton of utility, end up getting Echo Droned and getting his stun to retract that full shield. And then I think it was Oasis that got the shotgun frag. But that last round, wow, Drip's gonna get the first one to fall from Fultz with the C4.
That was absolutely incredible. That's the multi off the board already. That's a massive pick coming out. As 1 minute left, 1 minute 10 left to go on the clock. This is looking really bad for Vicious Gaming yet again. I mean, is the comeback incoming here? I'm not sure how it's gonna go through, but Bombs are gonna try and rotate all the way down to main stairs again, but just losing your Monty that early on again has just lost you all of your push power, and you have no smoke slot remaining either way. But you can get Church open. This is still definitely recoverable, but it's not going to be an easy battle at all. Merc's going to try and do some work here, but the nade comes through, but Art takes him down before he can do anything about it. But there we go, Kitchen Hatch should be able to gotten now, and they opened the Kitchen Hatch. So, like, it's definitely recoverable now, and Hyena gets a frag on the board. So we're definitely seeing work done the opposite way. It's now 20 seconds left to go on the clock. Holding down where he can onto the kitchen hatch. He's got to expect the push to come down sooner rather than later, but a 3v4 turned into a 4v2 now, and now it's a 4v1. Lots of bombs to try and bring it in. He's down into the armory. He's down in the trenches, but he can't make it work. Pulls 6 down bombs, and organized chaos at round over 10, and they will take the match with flawless defenses.
I'm absolutely shocked at how this played out. I really would have expected a better showing coming out for Vicious Gaming. But in all honesty right there, I think that the pushes were not as coordinated as you would normally see coming out from Vicious. And just because of the Kaed, and with no Thatcher on the board getting rid of that Electro Claw, it's really tough, even for a team that's as skilled as Vicious, to bring in a Twitch and try to move